Action! That was perfect. That pose. Do it again.
I did not know that. I was just excited. I would not. Why is it Superman?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you why it's super today.
It is a super day. May 3rd.
It is a super day. It is a super day. It's Friday.
Yep.
Right? We have students around the building doing a super job on map testing.
We do.
Very focused, doing their best, listening to all those tips their teachers give them before they start the test. I
Yep.
love that one.
Yes.
And I predict a super day in our cafeteria.
Oh.
That's a prediction.
So Mrs. Skelton has been sick or in meetings during announcements, so I actually have no idea where we are in the challenge, which is like
Well,
You'd be
exciting and
pleasantly
nerve-wracking.
surprised.
Welcome back.
Oh,
We're glad
gosh,
you're here.
I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too, Mrs. Russell.
Oh, thank you.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week.
We did it Friday, May 3rd, 2024, and we do have some birthdays to celebrate.
We do. Yep. Oh, jeez. Okay. Here we go. Got it.
There you go.
All right, today, May 3rd, Addison in Miss Buckler's room, Colin in Miss Fisher's room, and Katie in Mrs. Cavenger's room, and Olive in Mrs. Muller's room. Oh, and Roop in Mrs. Morris's room. That's a
Big
lot
day.
of birthdays for the
Wow.
3rd.
Can I interject here?
Yes.
It's also my son's birthday, so
Oh,
happy birthday.
happy birthday!
Number 12?
Number 12,
Birthday
yep.
number
Oh, that's awful and heartbreaking and exciting at the same time. All right, tomorrow, May 4th. My family is very excited about May the 4th be with you tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
So we have Rian in Miss Cunningham's room, happy birthday. And for May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, we have Ryder in Miss Eggert's room, Hudson in Mrs. Wodes's room. Happy, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Jumping forward to July, my loves.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. The 15th, we have Jackson Brown in Miss Blackburn's room, Murad in Mrs. Todd's room, happy birthday. On the 16th, we have Charlotte in Miss Morris's room, happy birthday, Charlotte. Omar in Mrs. Cunningham's room, King in Miss Stone's room, happy, happy birthday. The 17th of July, we have Skylar in Miss Stein's room, Charlotte in Mrs. Fiore's room, Adam in Mrs. Fiore's room, happy birthday. The 18th, Bennett in Mrs. Cavenger's room, Elliot in Mrs. Kellerman's room. On the 19th, we have Eileen in Miss Stone's room, Nico in Mrs. Chuckbari's room, and on the 21st, we have Elisha in Mrs. Hayes' room. Happy, happy birthday, July friends. That is so
Birthday.
exciting.
Let's stay in July for a moment. We have a staff birthday to celebrate in July. Somebody who every Cub in our building knows and knows well. She helps out with all kinds of things using cool tools in the hub, helping kids pick great books.
Yes.
And we celebrated her son's birthday today.
We did, and she's behind the camera right now. Happy birthday,
Pan and
Mrs.
look at yourself,
Speaker.
Mrs. Speaker! Woo! Happy birthday!
July 29th is Mrs. Speaker's birthday. We want to
Thank
celebrate
you.
her today. Happy birthday. All right, so you know how we always, no, we don't. I'm not going to say it. You know how we never prepare pretty much anything we're going to say on announcements? We just go for it?
It's very improv style. I like it.
Okay, May the 4th tomorrow. May
Yep.
the 4th be with
Yep,
you from
correct.
Star Wars. Let's do favorite Star Wars character.
Oh gosh. Oh, Mr. Hartman. Okay. In honor
No,
of my
no.
in honor of my almost 9-year-old, I am gonna say Ray, because Ray is Cassidy's very favorite. No, you cannot speak. No, do not piggyback on me.
You're just gonna, oh, yeah, me too.
Princess Leia, is that?
Yeah, good
Yeah,
girl. Yay! Yay!
That's
So,
a good pick for me.
Ray
so
in
I
honor
can see
of
that.
Cassidy.
Yeah.
That was really stressful.
And she dressed up as Ray this Halloween, and I will say I rocked her Ray ponytail with the little balls. I was
Nice.
perfect.
You know who mine is?
Luke Skywalker,
Nope. Good guess, but no.
the Ewoks, because I think they're cute.
I'm getting closer.
Oh,
Yoda.
Chewie.
Chewie. Chewbacca's my favorite.
Chewie.
But isn't Princess Leia in the vintage ones?
She was also in the newer ones, just not all of them.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I know. I think she was in all of them
Mm-hmm.
to some extent.
We're going to weather. Help me, Mrs. Russell. You're my only hope.
You're an expert here, Mrs.
Okay.
Russell. We're
Friday.
leaving your
Star
out
Wars
of
fans
comfort
got
bubble
that.
and
They-
moving into your
So
comfort bubble.
today is Friday, and it is going to be a cloudy day today. The weather did catch us off guard this morning. We were not expecting raindrops at
I
arrival.
wore my new sneakers
But-
outside.
The raindrops rolled in at like 9:08.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Always.
So a little bit of
Rain for
rain,
arrival.
hoping that we can get outside for recess today, that the rain will just be at bay until later on today. But
Absolutely.
a little bit of a cloudy day. It's definitely cooled off a little bit. So, but I don't know the weekend weather. this weekend.
It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow. I don't know
Okay,
about Sunday because we were
Apologize, I
hoping
don't have that information.
we were hoping to
for
get
the
back to Kings
weekend.
Island, but I don't think we're going to because I refuse to get wet. at
Yeah,
Kings
tomorrow
Island.
has a decent chance of rain,
Okay.
more so today, like you said, Mrs.
Yeah.
Russell. And then Sundays looks beautiful. Maybe cloudy, but hopefully no rain and a high of
Okay.
77.
Great.
We get to release the Skelton butterflies this afternoon, and I'm
Oh,
so
that's
excited.
exciting.
We are at 100% butterfly survival rate out of their chrysalis. We are 10 for 10, and I'm so excited. Bridget's been
Mhm.
naming them, but we are releasing them out of the creek today. So we're
That
gonna
is
hike the
exciting.
creek. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited.
I want to piggyback on weather real quick. We had a lot of Cubs I need to compliment. Even though it was raining, so many Cubs this morning remembered to use safe walking feet in off the buses.
Awesome.
The most important thing we do is keep everybody safe all day. And when you use those walking feet, it keeps you safe. Even if you get a little bit wet, guess what? We're made waterproof. That's how we're made. So, yeah, we are.
But my new shoes got wet.
Your shoes may not be waterproof, but that's okay, you are. And they'll dry. All right, so Mrs. Skelton, you asked us to catch you up on this
So
movie
excited.
challenge. Our Cubs
Yes.
are working to earn 5 Cub paws
For a movie on the 15th.
this week and next week, all together.
Yep.
They've got to get to 5.
Yep.
If they get to more, hey, that's bonus.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I even heard one teacher yesterday who's doing something special for her class if they get more than 5.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so we'll see if
That
that
is
happens.
very exciting.
But it's for the grade level.
Okay.
And anybody can win. So it's not just like first grade's the only winner today or something. We can have all 3.
Right.
We hope we do have all
That
3
would be
grades.
exciting. Oh, I'm so excited.
We gotta get to 5, and everybody's on the board, and let's see what happened yesterday.
Everybody's on the
Woo!
board. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah. We had a kindergarten with their second paw, and second grade with their second paw. So
We
you
can't
have
announce a winner. We're still
And we
tied.
did tell them, Mrs. Skelton, there was a tip that the grown-ups in the cafeteria were looking for, and that was voice level. They were really doing great with every other goal. Voice level was kind of the one that friends need to work on, and look at, they really did a great
I
job.
would say that's accurate for my time down in the cafeteria. I needed to
Yes.
do lots of reminders for volume level in the cafeteria, for sure.
Friends, a lot of times it's because I see and hear you trying to talk to a student who is far away from you.
Right.
Like way down there on the other side of the table and over there and trying to talk to that friend. They're
Yeah.
too far, because if you want them to hear you, you're gonna have to talk loudly, and talking loudly is what we're trying not to do, right? We're trying to keep our voices softer. So if you wanna talk to that friend who's way over there, save that, hold on to that thought for later and push pause there, and instead talk quietly to a friend who's close to you.
So like right now, Mrs. Russell and Mr. Hartman are my conversation partners, but Mrs. Beaker, that would kind of be like on the other side of the table from me because she's behind the camera. She would be somebody I would need to catch at recess to have a conversation with because my partners are right next to me.
Good point,
Mhm.
good point.
Visuals?
Visuals.
Very nice.
We have shout outs.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Who's your
Um,
shout out for?
Mrs. Cavender.
Okay.
She answered the group meet to help with math growth. So students, I know sometimes you get a little worried when you're doing testing and you maybe have some big feelings, you got to do some breathing through or some squeezes or whatever. Teachers have all the big feelings about the technology working during
Yes.
testing. So Mrs. Cavender was a very helpful friend and posted a little video to our group chat to make sure that everybody knew how to get in to math testing and that the adults did not have to be frazzled during testing. So
That
thank
was
you, Mrs.
big time
Cavender.
help. Yes,
Big time
thank you,
help.
Mrs. Cavender.
Did she get two?
And on
with
that
big
note,
thing?
I have a shout out for Mrs. Cavender.
Yes!
Yes, because of her help with map testing due to new devices. So I
love
think
that.
that just really speaks, Mrs. Cavender, to how many people you help and how much
Yes.
it is appreciated. I know we appreciate you.
She
so
jumped right in to be
thanks for
helpful.
doing that.
You
Absolutely.
gave grown-ups a tool, I love that.
Yes,
So thank you.
absolutely.
Ready for our motto?
Yes.
Yes.
Here at Creekside,
we take care of others, we take care of ourselves, and we take care of this place. Creekside Cubs Care.
Bye,
Have a
everyone.
super day, Cubs.
It's gonna be great.
Please stand for pledge.